Hey everyone, welcome to another video. This video is going to be really exciting because I actually got the What's Up Beauty Dragon Eye eyeshadow palette in PR. They sent this to me and it is actually launching today, and this is their first eyeshadow palette where they included multi-chromes. They did two eyeshadow palettes before. One I did try from them, that was the Geodes palette, and now they're doing something dragon inspired, multi-chromes, very cool. So let's get into it. So this whole eyeshadow palette is inspired by like a dragon scales, a dragon eye. This is the outer box. This has the dragon scales and like this really cool like fantastical like fantasy font, and then we have the actual packaging, which is so cool. It really looks so shifty and shiny. I think they did something like fantasy-esque without it being too much. I still feel like this looks very like luxurious and like stylish, like a stylish dragon. So really like it, really like that it's very slim. It feels very nice. I think this packaging is done very well. And then we have the inside, the color story. So we have multi-chromes, we have shifty shades, we have duochromes as well in the shimmers. I did get a little brochure with this that said that they changed up the shimmer formula a little bit to make those multi-chromes pop. So we're gonna see they swatched very beautifully. Really like the shades in here. The mattes are a little bit on the safe side, but I do really like the purpley tones in here. I would have loved to see like a green maybe, but I get the vision like is pulling a little like to the neutral side, but you still get some pops of color. I do get that. I think this looks very promising. I love the direction they went with this, and we're just gonna dive in. We're just gonna do a look and I'm gonna be telling you if this is actually worth picking up. Alright. We're just gonna start out with some mattes, kind of like build the crease. I'm gonna start with the shade Spikes, this kind of mauve-y lilac shade. I already applied some eye primer. I did notice when swatching that the shimmers in this palette are a little like crumbly if you're not careful. They might crumble a bit in the pan, so you have to be careful when like picking them up. Okay, this is a really nice shade actually. That's really nice. Of course, they did send this to me in PR, but I'm still going to be honest. I'm still going to be telling you how I feel about this palette as a whole. But that is a really nice matte. That blended out really nicely. These are the types of tones that I really like when going a little bit more colorful. Let's see if we can like deepen this up a little bit, make it a little bit more cooler toned by applying this shade that is called Powerful. This one is Spikes, this one is Powerful. I have a feeling this one is gonna be my favorite matte. I love these kinds of purple tones. That's really pretty. I do think I prefer the mattes of this palette over the Geodes ones. I felt like those were a little bit soft, but these, I feel like they give a little bit more of an impact. I am gonna take a fluffy brush, just gonna blend the edges a little bit. I might add a little bit more purple after the shimmers, but I just want to see how the shimmers apply, how they look, what exactly I'm gonna choose, and then I might add a little bit more of depth. But this already looks really nice. I have some favorites, at least from swatching. I have some favorites when it comes to the shimmers, some shimmers that I want to try. By the way, I'm not entirely sure which of these are the multi-chromes, which are the duochromes. They all just look really sparkly and shifty. So the ones that I really like are Fierce, which is a blue to kind of lime. Very fresh looking, very cool looking. And then we have Fly, which is kind of like light blue, a little golden, a little pinky. I do think that this is a multi-chrome, but I do feel like with the direction this is going in now, I want to put down a more purpley shade first, and I think I want to go with the shade Magic, which is like purple but also green, a little bit of green. And What I found with the Geodes palette is that I preferred applying those with a glitter glue, but because they did a new formula, I'm gonna try these first without a glitter glue, see how I feel about it, because I wanna be able to tell you if there's a difference in that regard. We can always add a little bit of glitter glue later. Okay, that was not needed. Wow, that is really stunning. I love the purple base, and then it shifts to kind of like blue and green. Oh, that is actually really nice. And it goes on very smoothly. It is not chunky or anything. That is really nice. Can you see the shift? Okay. Very promising. And I'm just kind of tapping into the pan, and I'm not kind of swirling my finger around in the pan because I don't want to mess up the shimmer, and that works very nicely. Like, it's pigmented enough to just tap, and then you have enough on your finger. Okay. I really like it. I'm gonna go in with my crease brush, kind of blending it all together. That is a great first shimmer. Okay, now I want to go into the shade Fierce. This is really the one when they sent me the email like, do you want to try this palette? Can we send it to you? And I saw the swatches. This one was the one that caught my eye. Just look at that. I don't know if it fully goes with the other shimmer, but it is just so cool. It is really cool. It is just so fresh. I think I want to do a look with this shade and then pull in some green, but like fresh greens and maybe a yellow. Oh, I like that a lot. I am a big fan of that shade, and I really don't feel like I need a glitter glue. I feel like this is a little bit more of an like emollient shimmer almost. It has a little bit more grip, a little bit more stick to it. I think that is just stunning, absolutely amazing, beautiful. I really like this. All right, let's move on to the inner corner highlight. I want to try the shade Fly, the lightest shimmer in the palette, and gonna grab a pencil brush. So this is the first shade that I'm gonna grab with a brush. I'm just carefully dipping it in. Let's see if that works with the brush as well. Okay, I think that is working well. Okay, those two shimmers, they work together beautifully. That is a really nice one. Now for the lower lash line, I'm just gonna be applying the same two purple shades because I feel like there's already a lot going on here, but I might apply a little bit of smoke in the outer corner as well, just to add a little bit of that dimension. And I'm not being too precise with this because I'm gonna be cleaning up under my eyes in a second. You know what? I'm gonna take a little bit of Monster as well and put it on the lower lash line. I love a lower lash line shimmer. It is just what I do, what I like. This is more of that smoky purple, very cool toned. Applies easily, beautifully with the brush as well. I really feel like they have upped their shimmer game. Like, they were already pretty, but now I just feel like it's effortless. Like, effortlessly beautiful. There's no need to kind of find a way to apply them like a certain way. That's not necessary. Okay, I'm gonna apply a little bit of smoke now. Just see what that does. And I feel like sometimes after you've applied the shimmers, if you apply a little bit more of a darker matte in the corner like this, it just ties everything together. This is really like this cool toned, almost purplish brown. I am once again gonna take my fluffy brush and kind of blending this at the edges. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of that smoke shade and apply it to the lash line as well. We're just leaning into the purpley smokiness. And it adds a tiny bit of definition. It is subtle, but I do like adding just a little bit of this. Alright, I think I'm gonna stop here with the eye look. I think I'm really happy with where we're at. I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and then I'll be right back with my first impression thoughts. Alright, so this is the finished look and I have to say I am so impressed. I am obsessed with how this looks, and this is better than I could have thought. Like, this is better than I could have hoped for. This is such a nice palette. I love the packaging, I love the theming, and they just did something here. It is better than what they did before, which was already nice. But I just feel like the mattes are a little more out there. The shimmers are just stunning. They apply well with a finger, but also with a brush. And I don't feel like I have to manipulate them in any way to make them work. And I just love how this looks. I just think the shades Fierce and Fly are amazing, are beautiful. I am in love with those. So I am very impressed, and I'm also impressed with the price of this palette. Like, you pay $45, I believe, and then you have all these beautiful shifty shades. I don't think they even upped the price for this, so pretty impressed with that as well. I have to say, I'm a big fan so far. I always try things more. I am gonna do more looks. I'm gonna be testing out this whole palette, of course, and coming back to you with an update. But so far, I'm really impressed and I'm very excited that I got to try this out. There would be one thing I would say. It is that I personally would have loved to see like one more colorful matte in the palette. Like, we have something a little peachy, but I would have loved to see something leaning a little bit more green, because we have a lot of shimmers that also lean green. So I think that would have beautifully rounded out the palette. But I totally understand that there are a lot of people that use more like neutral shades in the crease and then something shifty and special on the lid. So it's a personal preference. Okay, this is gonna be the video. This is gonna be everything for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe. And thank you to What's Up Beauty for sending this palette to me. And then I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.